Companies put an angry military mom army gifts 19 shirt limit of 15,000 miles per year on a lease. And charge per excess mile over. If you might be exceeding this, try to negotiate a higher mileage limit. It is wise to take a look around for the leasing incentives. The various leasing companies very thoroughly understand that many of their esteemed clients are repeat customers, so you may very well find a good first time. This will necessarily ensure that you are totally covered in the particular event of theft or any of the probable wreckage. This is absolutely essential, as you do not want to find yourself with lots to angry military mom army gifts 19 shirt pay towards the leasing charges. For basic and relatively easy waffle maker recipes, with a neutral flavor good for accommodating a scale of toppings, I change this healthful vegan waffle maker recipes slightly by replacing a tablespoon of the water with canola oil to give it a slightly richer flavor. This optional substitution is noted below. When using a recipe with minimal oil, just remember to fill your Iron Angry Military Mom Army Gifts 19 shirt with some non-stick spray. We usually use some type of canola oil spray. Regardless, can even put regular canola oil in a small spray bottle and use that, rather than purchasing disposable cans. Angry Military Mom Army Gifts 19 shirt, ladies tee, long sleeved, sweater and hoodie. Angry Military Mom Army Gifts 19 ladies tee. Ladies tee. This isn't quite as exciting on its own as some of the other vegan waffle maker recipes we'll be reviewing here, such as the pumpkin waffles, but is probably the closest approximation to a non-vegan Angry Military Mom Army Gifts 19 shirt waffle with a neutral flavor. It works well as a base for a variety of toppings. Other variations we've tried on the above that have worked greatly include utilizing 2 tablespoons blackstrap molasses as the sweetener and replacing the entire 1 3/4 C flour with buckwheat flour. To produce the best waffle, you must have great waffle maker recipes, and importantly, you must own the best waffle maker as well. A great waffle maker makes your waffle cook nice and quickly. It burns your waffle smoothly and prevents it from dry from inside. An effective waffle maker is also easy to clean. Angry Military Mom Army Gifts 19 shirt and has a temp knob to match with your waffle recipes. On June 11, 2008, during an interview with conservative columnist Michelle Malkin about whether Michelle Obama had been the target of unfair criticism, the network flashed a chevron that showed the message, "Outraged liberals, stop picking on Obama's baby mama," which implied that Michelle Obama was not married to the father of her children. Because Barack and Angry Military Mom Army Gifts 19 shirt Michelle Obama are lawfully married to each other, the network recognized the poor judgment of its own producer in an official statement made to the Politico. Earlier on E.D. Hill's Fox News show America's Pulse, Hill referred to the affectionate fist bump shared by the Obamas on the night that he clinched the Democratic presidential nomination as a terrorist fist jab. Angry Military Mom Army Gifts 19 sweater. In June 2008, Hill was removed from her duties on the specific show, which was then canceled. Still, the poll's findings offer a glimpse at some of the political considerations at play as the administration weighs its stance on Keystone, an issue that pits supporters' promises of jobs and energy independence versus fervent opposition from climate activists. Some people proffering advice for the president say approving the pipeline would be a smart move to the middle, for instance. A January editorial in the scientific journal Nature said it would bolster his credibility within the industry and among conservatives as he pursues strong action on climate change. But Karnes said Obama needs to think long-term. His legacy is really hanging in the balance right now. Karnes said, for the electorate as a whole, 50% of people surveyed said they approve of Keystone after being read a series of facts concerning the pipeline. Karnes said, while 42% disapproved and 8% are unsure. That's much different from a recent Fox News poll that said 70% of registered voters support building the pipeline. Working with the CFO, we went through my budget and found ways to realign funds to find the money to do the project. You talked earlier about the importance of flexibility and nimbleness on staff, the proclivity for people to be open and say yes to something new rather than throw up barriers. What do you see that makes that possible, or not possible in different situations? I can't stress enough the importance of opportunities for staff to gather informally, be collegial, and play together. Angry Military Mom Army gifts 19 hoodie. That's how we build trust. The Walker is also a place where everyone is committed to supporting artists and new work. So every time we bring in an artist, staff are enthusiastic about the idea of coming together to create something. It's inherent in what we do. That said, the fact that we work with contemporary artists can also create a lot of stress in our institutional systems. 5. You will now be asked to confirm whether you want to use the BlueStacks installer. Click on Open to proceed. 6. A new BlueStacks window will appear. Here, click on Install Now. 7. You will now be asked to confirm your username and password. Fill in the relevant information and click on Install Helper. 8. After entering your user information, a System Extension Blocked pop-up will appear. Here, click on Open Security and AMP Privacy. 9. The Security and AMP Privacy settings will open up. Here, click on the Allow button inside the General tab, as shown below. 10. If you're on macOS 11 Big Sur, you will need to click on Restart and reboot your Mac. 11. You may receive the message shown below, which will prevent you from restarting. In such a case, click on Cancel and close BlueStacks. 12. Now, go back to the Security and AMP Privacy menu and click on the Restart button. 13. Lastly, simply launch BlueStacks and begin playing your favorite games on macOS. Angry Military Mom Army gifts 19 long-sleeved. Thank you for the Angry Military Mom Army gifts 19 shirt choosing BlueStacks. We hope you enjoy using it. With the partial lifting of travel restrictions in many countries, some of the world's has become accessible again. Here is a look at how, when, where, and why we can travel while staying safe. If you're planning a trip to San Diego with your family, you're probably wondering what things you can do. The great thing about San Diego is that there's so much to do. You'll be left wondering how you'll fit everything in. Living in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area sounds like a very impressive place to be in. And spending your days in some of the Angry Military Mom Army gifts 19 shirts most important cities in the USA is definitely a dream place to be in for many people. Rhode Island is one of the 50 states of the U.S. that attracts a lot of tourists every year. This is a beautiful state with a lot of cities and towns with different sightseeing locations. The city of Aberdeen and the stunning Royal Balmoral Estate are all well-known parts of Aberdeenshire. But this bucolic part of the UK has so much more to offer. Whether you're an Angry Military Mom Army gifts 19 shirt looking for beautiful gardens to Angry Military Mom Army gifts 19 shirt explore our old historic castles. Aberdeenshire has something to offer everyone. People keep on moving from one place to another in search of a perfect place for living. Not all families are lucky enough to spend their entire time in one place. Some of the households have to shift from one house to another because of higher rent. Angry Military Mom Army gifts 19 shirt charges. Copyright 2005 to 2020 article Cube. All rights reserved. Use of our service is protected by our other products.